On Greyhound View this week, highlights of the second round of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks from Shelbourne Park, the semi-finals of the Irish St Leger from Limerick, plus the final of the Red Mills Guineas from Waterford, along with the conclusion of the Barry's Tea from Cork. But first we head to Harold's Cross. Harold's Cross hosted the rerun of the Egan Catering Harold's Cross Oaks last Friday evening, with Axel Grease in Trap 3 the 6-4 favourite. A competition worth €7,500 plus trophy to the winner. But earlier in the week, this hugely popular venue celebrated its 75th birthday. Patrons both past and present were invited along to join in the festivities. Michael Fortune spoke with former general manager Paul Murphy.
Paul Murphy, you have a huge history in here in Harold's Cross. 75 years, it's been a long time.
I wasn't there quite all that time, Michael, but I first started here with the board in 1959 on the levy end of it, and then I came back here in January 71 when the board actually took over. Came back from Limerick. I remember the great Spanish battleship. He was triple derby winner, won 2 of his derbies here in Harold's Cross. Tremendously popular dog, and he was owned by famous Chub O'Connor from Kerry, and he was a real clout puller.
Looking around tonight, it's a vastly different scene now, isn't it?
Tremendous. Coming back now, I'm really thrilled with the setup that's here today. It's a magnificent stand and every facility for the punter and for the patron. You can just come in here of a night and have your pound on the toast, or your euro, as it's called now, and you can have a wonderful night out for very little outlay.
On discovering that Minister John O'Donoghue was also celebrating his birthday, the Harold's Cross team decided to spring a surprise on him. And now back to Friday night, and before we review the action, Ian Fortune has a chat with an unsuspecting bookmaker.
Jim, we're going to disturb you for a second. You're here a long number of years. I believe you're celebrating your 72nd birthday here this evening.
Tomorrow. Yeah, this is the evening. Who told you that?
It's a vicious rumour going around Harold's Cross. The bookmakers here are very fond of you. They were keep informing me.
Some of them did.
How long are you here, Jim?
63.
You made some money in those days?
Well, I've just got enough to keep going.
You've had success with dogs yourself. You've often kept a couple.
I won 30 hurdle races the one year, about 10 years ago.
The 30 winner is obviously a highlight, but was there another highlight that may stick out in your mind?
Well, I tried to win the Grand National. I could never win it. I had the 5-4 favourite 2 years in a row. I finished 3rd and 4th. But I won the £2,000 challenge, the Grand National challenge. I won that. But the dog was beaten. He was favoured to win the final, and we beat the other winners and all,
We might have another crack at the Grand National this year.
Might have. I'd like to get a dog to be able to win it,
Well, with any luck, we'll see a dog running in the next Grand National under the name of Jim McCann. Now to Michael for the lineup of the Egan Catering Oaks.
The runners parading for the final of the Egan Catering Harold's Cross Oaks. This rerun of the final, which, well, had to be voided last week. Number 1, Charity Minda, owned by Carol Monteruela, trained by Ollie Bray, a daughter of Rowan Oakey and Charity Rose. Very consistent performer. She's won 10 out of 35, but an outsider here. Number 2, Mustang Mega, owned by Stephen Burke and Alex McKenzie, trained by Stephen Burke, a daughter of Rowan Oakey and Knockhaven Joy. She's won 6 of her 15 races. One of the favourites for this one, Fast Starter. In 3, we have the favourite Axel Grease, owned by Larry Dunn, trained by Ollie Bray, second of his 3 runners, a daughter of Top Honcho and Fee's Chance, a finalist in last year's Oaks, one of the top bitches in training, a huge chance here. Number 4 is Tin Top, owned by Margaret Conway and Celine Mallon, trained by Larry Mason, a daughter of Split the Bill and Tinra Nora. Tin Top running very, very well here at the Cross, won the semi-final in 28.84. In 5, we have Euro Dream, owned by Nora Lynham and trained by Paul Hennessy, a daughter of Larkhill Joe and Euro Emerald. She has big pace, this one. If she gets a run down the back, she'll figure. And Trap 6, the third of the Ollie Bray runners, owned by Nolene Bray. This is 3-star girl, the daughter of Spiral Nikita and Laura's Jewel, a very big finisher. Watch her. If she's in touch at the third bend, she'll be flying home. The favourite is Axel Grease in 3. The hare behind Traps and away to go. Mustang Mega is fast away in number 2. On number 1, Charity Minda out well too. And number 3, Axel Grease in 3rd. Around the corner, and number 3, Mustang Mega leads by a couple of lengths from 1, Charity Mindy in 2nd. Axel Grease number 3. Tin Top gone down the on the inside number 4. But it's number 2, Mustang Mega is clear. She's going to take some catching at this stage. Mustang Mega onto the final corner with a lead of 3 or 4 lengths from number 1, Charity Mindy is 2nd. 4, Tin Top running on, but it's 2. Mustang Mega is going to win this one in style. It's close for 2nd with number 4, Tin Top just getting the better of 1, Charity Mindy. The time a brilliant 28.60. And the result of the Egan Catering Harold's Cross Oaks final, the winner, very impressive, number 2, Mustang Mega, owned by Stephen Burke and Alex McKenzie. 2nd, number 4, Tin Top, and 3rd, number 1, Charity Mindy, the time 28.60. Well, this race was won and lost at the traps as Mustang Mega came out flying. She led here from number 1 on the inside, Charity Mindy, Axel Grease in 3rd, but Mustang really flying to the corner tonight. In behind, Tin Top number 4, railing nicely, but on the bend, it's Mustang Mega in front. A bit of a bump there between 1, Charity Mindy, and her kennel companion, Axel Grease, and suddenly number 2, Mustang Mega is gone, and the race is as good as over.
Tonight was the night. She flew out after last week's heartache.
Yeah, she's a cracking bitch. She does everything right, you know. She pinged out tonight, and the one bitch, she cleared the one bitch, and once she cleared the one bitch, then I mean she was away on her own, and you know she stays forever, like.
Yeah, really bolted down the far side. I gather the Oaks is the target.
Yeah, it's always the target, but there's some great bitches at the moment. Happy Moments, Spellbound, Axel Grease. So be a great Oak. She's got a chance in it, and luckily enough, she's going well at the right time anyway. So we're looking forward to it.
She's the right profile. She goes to the corner, she stays. Basically, she has the Oaks material.
Well, she has the Oaks material, but an awful long way to go, and it's just nice to win some prize money on the way, you know. She's got great bloodlines. Her dam Knock even joys the mother of Mega Delight, and her Sarah Own Oakie's doing well at the moment. So we're delighted with her, and hopefully she can keep going.
The 2003 Red Mills Guineas reached its conclusion last Saturday night at Kilkerne Park in Waterford with €7,500 and trophy to the winner. There were some top dogs in the lineup with dog 5, Born a Dasher, the popular favourite.
Number 5, Born a Dasher is the dog, put all you have on her. House and all, mortgage. And close your eyes then after that.
So let's see if he manages to hold on to the house. We join Michael Fortune for the lineup.
In trap 1, that's 10 men owned by Tony Howard and Jennifer Howard, trained by Paul Hennessy, a son of Mr. Boz and Olympic B. Fast starter, this fella, and a strong stare. Number 2, Top Leaf, owned by Pat Mullins from Castlewarren, a daughter of Droopy's Vieri and Gary Glass Queen, finished second behind Born a Dasher in the semi-final. Number 3 is Valentia Citrate, owned by Morris Jackson and Tom Smith, trained by Francis O'Donnell, son of Larkill Joe and Ullid Citrate, and so a half-brother to the great Late Late Show. A strong finisher, this one. In 4, we have Iron Merchant, owned by the Prestbury Park Racing Syndicate, trained by Perry Ellard, a son of Top Honcho and Jungle Crisis, and so a half-brother to the great bitch Happy Moments. Number 5 here is Born a Dasher, owned by Nick Budimer and N. Rainbird, a son of Top Honcho and Born a Best, trained by John McGee. Born a Dasher really back to his very best form and one of the major fancies here. And in 6 we have Heathfield Hope, owned by Mrs. Johnson, trained by Patricia O'Neill, a son of Krakow and Gannon Misty, just beaten by 10 men at a big price in the semi-final. And so the hare on its way for this final of the Red Mills Guineas, the prize of $7,500, and number 5 is out fast, that's Born a Dasher, but up the inside 10 men, the two favourites are at it head to head into the corner, 10 men on the inside, he leads just into the second corner, it's 10 men on the inside, Born a Dasher running a bit wide, that gives the advantage here to 10 men, going on now down the back straight, number 4 Iron Merchant in third, but into the third bend, and there's 10 men in front by a couple of lengths from Born a Dasher, trying to get back into it, it's down to a length and a half, here comes number 3 Valentia Citrate, really flying in third, but up the straight, and 10 men now begins to ease away. He's powering on to win this one. 10 men wins it from, in second place, Valentia Citrate, and third, Born a Dasher. So a fine performance there from 10 men. The dog that was supposed to run in the English Derby, but bypassed that to come here to Waterford. And the result, the winner, number 1, 10 men, owned by Tony Howard and Jennifer Howard. In second place, number 3, Valentia Citrate, and third, number 5, Born a Dasher. The time, 28:69.
I ran a great race, broke lovely and never looked at any doubt, did it really. But he's a quality dog. And I'm glad we missed the derby now. All right, at least we've got some silverware.
Where to next for 10 men?
My heart tells me to go to the Cox Cup in Newbridge because it's my local track, but my head tells me to go for the Laurels, then the derby. So I'll probably leave it up to Paul.
We've decided to keep him at home rather than bring him for the English Derby, and I'm delighted for Tony. Tony's been with us for years. The first very good dog we ever had was belonged to Tony Dog called Trade Union. And Tony owned this dog's mother, Olympic B, and the Oaks is going on in Shelbourne at the moment that Tony sponsors for her. So it's all coincidental at the moment, it's falling together nicely, and the Derby is only around the corner, and you know, at his early pace, and he will stay 550 when he's fit.
In part 2, it's the highlights of the Olympic B, the final from Cork, plus the semi-finals of the Irish St Leger. The quarter-finals of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks took place at Shelbourne Park last Saturday night. We join Michael for a review of the action.
Our second race, Heat 1 of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks. In 1, Uptown Cash. 2, Alison's Pet. 3, Nitro Cindy. In 4, Lady Spiral. 5 is Mellow Lady. And in 6, Spellbound. She's 6-1 on with the bookmakers. The hare coming up behind traps, ready for off. And away they go. And the favourite misses it completely. It's number 2, Alison's Pet in front from 3, Nitro Cindy. The favourite gets into contention just in behind him. But it's 2, Alison's Pet leading into the far side. From 1, Uptown Cash in second. The favourite Spellbound now in third, but has plenty to do at halfway. As number 2, Alison's Pet with a lead of 3 lengths from 1, Uptown Cash in second. Now closing in behind him, Spellbound, but she has an awful lot to do on the final bend. And turning for home, it's number 2, Alison's Pet, going to win this one. A big upset here. Alison's Pet wins it from number 1, Uptown Cash in second, and 6, Spellbound in third. The time 28:81. Heat 2 of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks. In 1, Altesse Absolute, the favourite. 2, Princess Cora. 3, Potential Talent. 4, Ballinabula Kiwi. 5 is Wine Tavern Clodagh, and 6, Droopy's Virginia. Here's the hare behind traps and away to go. And Altesse Absolute is out fast. So is number 3, Potential Climate in, and number 6 on the outside, Droopy's Virginia. Around the corner, very little between them. Number 1, Altesse Absolute in between them. Number 3, Potential Talent on the outside. Number 6, Droopy's Virginia. Droopy's Virginia takes it up halfway down the back. From number 1 on the inside, Altesse Absolute. 3 is there, Potential Talent, and then number 4, Ballinabula Kiwi. But the final bend, and Droopy's Virginia is on her way to victory here, and an impressive one at that, as she races up the straight to win this one from 1, Altesse Absolute second. Close for third, perhaps number 2, Princess Cora got there. The time 28:93. So we come to the fourth race, Heat 3 of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks. In 1, Tawn Biog. 2, Lughill Posh. Trap 3 is Vacant. In 4 is Mutola. 5, the favourite, Friedel Save. And in 6 is Barbecue. Hare behind traps, and away they go, and it's number 5 out fast. That's Friedel Save, clear to the bend with 2, Lughill Posh showing pace up the inside. On the corner it's 5, Friedel Slave. 2, Lughill Posh second. 6, Barbecue third with 4, Mutola. Down the far side it's 5, Friedel Save by 2.5 lengths from number 2, Lughill Posh, who's challenging into the third bend, showing big pace to the third bend. 5 cuts her off, and it's Friedel Save. Gone 3, cleared again. Lughill Posh lost considerable ground there. 6, Barbecue coming into it. Mutola up the inside, but no doubt about the winner. It's Friedel Save, out clear, wins in style from 6, Barbecue in second, and 4, Mutola third. The time 28:79. And so to the fourth heat. In trap 1, Happy Moments, the hot favourite. Number 2, Tranacheny Ann. In 3, Island Minx. 4, Ellen's Jaguar. 5, Mount Taylor Dolly. And in 6, Drumsna Gold. The hare behind traps, the favourite goes from 1, and away to go. She's away quite well. So to number 2, Tranacheny Ann, but it's number 1 leads up. That's Happy Moments around the corner from 2, Tranacheny Ann. Number 5, Mount Taylor Dolly is third. There's big trouble out behind, but down the far side it's 1, Happy Moments being challenged by number 5, Mount Taylor Dolly. Leading to the third bend, it's 1, Happy Moments in front, but Mount Taylor Dolly is closing on her. There's only a length in it as they come between the final 2 bends, with number 1 in front, Happy Moments. Number 5 in second, Mount Taylor Dolly. Up the straight is number 1, Happy Moments, stretching away now in style. This pitch owned by Shea O'Connor goes on to win from 5, Mount Taylor Dolly, and 2, Tranacheny Ann third. The time 29:05.
Park in Cork was the venue for the final of the Barry's T700 last weekend. The absence of moving customer from Trap 4 left top of the best, running from Trap 6, the even favourite. Malkeveney has the lineup.
First in the picture we have the very pacey type and ideally house flashing away. This one owned by the Rev Ram Syndicate in Tralee and trained for them by Pádraig Regan. In the blue jacket we have Group Venture, this one owned and trained in County Tipperary by Mary Kenny, a son of Vintage Prince and Bang Bang. Next up it's Larkhill Dawn, a likely outsider, trained by Owen McKenna and a son of Staples Joe and Hewlett Citrate. Moving Customer does not run, which leads us on now to 5, and that's Tom's Mixture, the local hope, trained by Liam O'Callaghan for Anthony O'Regan, a son of Tom's the Best and Westmead Hara. And finally we have probably the country's top spare, that's Top of the Best, trained by Fraser Black, a son of Top Honcho and Penny's Model, and a winner last weekend in a great time of 39.04. 6 Top of the Best a favourite, but 1 and 5 normally well away. Here goes towards Traps and Offred Racing. The red jacket of flashing away is out first. Shows in front from Larkhill Dawn as they swing the opening couple of bends. It's flashing away out in front now. Larkhill Dawn moves into second. Tom's Mixture well placed as well on the rails. Down to past the finishing post and into the third corner. It's flashing away that leads now, but the lead has been reduced. Larkhill Dawn beginning to close. So too now Top of the Best has moved ahead of Tom's Mixture and into third. It's close at the front, flashing away. Larkhill Dawn, Top of the Best is still well positioned, but holding on. It's flashing away as they come into the home straight. It's flashing away now up towards the line. Larkhill Dawn is also there, but it's a win for flashing away. And the complete result of the final, it's a win for flashing away, second Top of the Best, and third Group Venture. The winning time here 38.87. Well, a really marvellous win here at Corriheen Park in Cork for the Rev Ram Syndicate. John, firstly, tell us about the syndicate. How long has it been in operation?
We've been in operation for about the last 5 years. We've been buying a few dogs locally, and we've had, I suppose, a bit of mixed success. Dogs, you know, we've never had one as good as this fella, and delighted tonight Pádraig Regan came to us and said he thought he had a nice pup for us to buy, and we bought this one on Pádraig's advice, and thankfully his opinion has been vindicated.
And here tonight it's a case of fifth time lucky in the space of maybe 6 months or so.
Yeah, we'd another, most of us had legs of another dog called Johnny Jump Up that Paul Hennessy trained, and between the two dogs we've competed in 5 finals. This is the first one we've won.
Des, I know you had a small bit of concern at the second bin from home that perhaps he mightn't get home.
Just a little, it was faltering a little bit, but he proved Pádraig Regan right. He always said this dog was a stare. You interviewed us down in Limerick about 2 months ago. We were in the final of a puppy sweep, and I said to you that night, it's a bonus, if you remember that, to be in that final, and this was our night. This dog is a stare, and with a bit of luck, I think we'll go a long way with this fella.
How did you see the race? He broke well and led really from traps to line.
Yeah, they came out of the second last bet and he stayed on again, and that's the way Pádraig Regan runs his dogs. They always come out and they always stay. May not always have the middle pace, but he's certainly going to stay home, and he might stay further. We might get more out of him.
The crowds descended on the Limerick Stadium last Saturday night for the semi-finals of the Kerry Agribusiness Irish St Leger. Mount Leader Rolf in Trap 5 with the 6-4 favourite in the first heat, while Nod Mac running from 1 in the second heat started the 6-4 on favourite. Michael takes up the commentary.
In 1 Tower Johnny, 2 Albany Jarzino, 3 is Land of Song, 4 Balscadden Boy. The favourite, a new record breaker, Mount Leader Rolf in 5, and in 6 is Neve's Old Forge. The hare coming up behind Traps, ready for off in this first semi. The favourites away well, a bit of crowding on the run-up. Number 5, that's Mount Leader, just leading from Balscadden into the corner, getting close on the inside. Balscadden in a bit of trouble, and a lot of bumping in behind. Tower Johnny gone very wide, but into the back. It's 5 Mount Leader Rolf out front from 4 Balscadden Boy in second. Number 3 Land of Song in third, being challenged there by Tower Johnny, but into the second last corner it's still Mount Leader Rolf. Balscadden Boy beginning to close in second. There's only 2 lengths in it, turning for home. Mount Leader Rolf in front, challenging is Balscadden Boy, coming towards the line. This is very close on the line out. Oh, one for the judge there. The result of the first semi-final, the winner number 5, Mount Leader Rolf, won by Donny O'Mahony. Second, number 4, Balscadden Boy. And third, number 3, Land of Song. The time 29.91. Well, this became very close up the straight, with Mount leader Rolf being challenged by Balscadden Boy, who had been in trouble, remember, at the first bend, and he made up a fair bit of ground to challenge in the straight, right down on the nod at the line, but the photo showing that number 5, Mount leader Rolf, had just taken it. And so the second semi-final: in 1, Nodmac, 2 is Nikita Billy, 3, Chanters Barney, in 4, Maryville Rumble, number 5 is Active Nikita, and on the outside, number 6, Tyre Bello. The favourite is Nodmac in trap 1 as the hare coming up behind the traps. They're away. The favourite's out quite well, moves a little wide, but now gets plenty of room as number 2, Nikita Billy, runs wide and up the inside. Nodmac, but there goes number 4, Maryville Rumble, with a fine dash of early pace, leading on the bend. Now being challenged on the second corner by number 1, Nodmac. Down the back, it's number 4, Maryville Rumble. 1, Nodmac. Now Nodmac goes past and goes a length ahead at the second last bend. From back in third now, Chanters Barney beginning to move, but out front, Nodmac beginning to increase that advantage from 4, Maryville Rumble. Up the straight, it's Nodmac. This is impressive from Nodmac, winning handily here in the second semi-final from 4, Maryville Rumble in second. The result of the second semi-final: the winner, number 1, Nodmac, won by Liam Donnelly and MJ Campbell. Second, number 4, Maryville Rumble, and third, number 2, Nikita Billy, the time 29.66. It's a really powerful performance there from Nodmac. Once he got in front down the back straight, he really opened up, and from there stretched right away to win this one. A margin of 4 lengths at the line over Maryville Rumble, and this puts him right back into the frame with a big chance of taking the final. The final of the Kerry Agribusiness Irish St. Leger was originally due to be run next Saturday night, but due to the big hurling match being played on Saturday evening involving Limerick, it is now being held on Sunday. And so the trap draw for next Sunday's final: in 1, Balscadden Boy, 2, Maryville Rumble, 3, Nikita Billy, 4, Nodmac, 5, Land of Song, and 6, Mount leader Rolf.
The betting so for the final of the Leger will be: in trap 1, Balscadden Boy 5-2, in trap 2, Maryville Rumble 8-1, trap 3, Nikita Billy 6-1, trap 4, Nodmac 2-1 favourite, trap 5, Land of Song 16-1, and trap 6, Mount leader 3-1. Fancy the one dog, Balscadden Boy, what he's drawn. Guaranteed a clear run on the inside of the track. And inside runners are slightly favoured always. Here is no dog has won on the outside yet since they laid the new track here. So that's why we'll go for the one dog.
We'll take our usual look at the fixtures now, and on Friday it's the final of the Ger County Opticians 575 at Newbridge, while Tralee hosts the semi-finals of the Lee Strand Charity 550. Then on to Saturday, the quarter-finals of the Macrew Motors Service Stake takes place at Cork. The semi-finals of the Olympic B Puppy Oaks plus the Ted Hegarty 550 stake gets underway at Shelbourne Park, while the Fair Warrior 400 comes to its conclusion at Mullingar. Sunday sees the final of the Kerry Agribusiness Irish St. Leger at Limerick, plus the final of the Red Mills Racer Champion Unraced Stake at Kilkenny. Next week we look back at the final from Kilkenny and that classic final from Limerick, plus the semi-finals from Shelbourne Park along with the Ted Hegarty 550 stake.